Cleopatra's Secret PH was founded in 2017. Ms. Katrina Monares wanted to build a company that focuses on organic facial skincare products. It was established because she wanted to create products that can treat her kids' dermatitis. She wanted to address also the problem in the Philippines wherein expensive and branded facial skincare products are prevailing by providing a low-cost one through Cleopatra's Secret PH. They used to only be available in Instagram, Shopee, and Facebook, but now they can be found in lifestyle stores located in Via, Ayala Mall's Vetris North, Rockwell Power Plant Mall, and Glorieta. The company's current vision mission is to achieve continuous evolution in taking care of one's mind that would lead to a healthier skin. For their organizational structure, 4 departments are operating directly under the CEO, namely Operations, Sales, Accounting, and Stock Management. Right now, an outsourced group is handling their social media and other advertising concerns. They mostly sell face masks, mists, facial cleansers, and serum.
Cleopatra's Secret, being a startup company in line with the production of skincare products, is experiencing internal and external problems in and around the organization. Internal problems the company is experiencing includes the shortage in the injection of assets in the company, the need for employees knowledgeable of skincare products and retailing, as well as the recruitment process in hiring the most cost-efficient and skillful employees. So as much as Cleopatra's Secret is experiencing internal problems, the company is also experiencing several external problems. These external problems include the need of increasing its sale activities and the effect of having seasonal sales to the employees and the company. Further, the company is also suffering from accruing expenses, such as salaries and wages, whilst being troubled with sales. With this, the company is also troubled with its low inventory turnover rate, as well as marketing activities that can boost the performance of the company. Given that the company is a startup, it must mend these problems sooner rather than later for them to recover from their rough start.
Despite the internal and external factors mentioned, the group wants to focus on their employee problems, which is lack of manpower.
So for the short-term SMART objectives, we suggest that the company creates more variants of skincare product in order to stay on top of their competitors. They may offer different types of products that may cater to different types of people. Second, to efficiently train new and existing employees. Given that the business had problems with their past employees, resulted to Miss Katrina having to find new employees. Finding a way to efficiently train them would be very much beneficial for the business. Next is to improve on the company's marketing strategy along with the employees' work ethic. Given that sales was a problem for the business, by working on their marketing strategy and the work ethic of the employees, the business will be able to reach more people and provide quality service. Next is to achieve more sales in order to generate more profit by the end of the year, 2019. And lastly, for short-term SMART objectives, is to find a way to help people understand the link between a healthy lifestyle and good skin in order to help change lives. As for the long-term SMART objectives, so the first one being to become a top-of-mind brand for local organic facial skincare products by 2020. The goal of this objective is to make the company not known only for their skincare products that they sell, but also to be known as a company that promotes a healthy lifestyle. Next would be to help maximize the employees' potential with the aid of the recommended leadership books and PowerPoints. By doing this, the employees will not be limited to their work as either sales people or inventory people. They will also learn various skills such as leadership, and this may help them transition into a better job in the future. And lastly, to partner with more healthcare and beauty care chain stores around the country by 2020.
Now that we've discussed the background of the company, the problem, the general objectives, and specific objectives that would answer to the problem, now we're moving on to the alternative courses of action. The first ACA pertains to the annual hiring of employees for college and non-college graduates. ACA number 1 would have the following advantages. First is the diversity within the workplace. Since the company is hiring college and non-college graduates, this would allow them to learn from each other considering that they came from different backgrounds. Learning would entail growth, and growth would entail progress in the whole company itself. Second is to inspire minimum wage workers to have permanent jobs in the future. Now, the permanent positions would not only be limited to college graduates, it would also be available to the current employees in the company. They're not per se permanent yet, but having the knowledge already and experience in managing Cleopatra's secret, this would provide opportunity for the current employees to stay in the company longer. Third, this would help the company in the long run in terms of having a more sustainable business operation. With a systematized way of hiring people, this would help the company to decrease their employee turnover and to ensure more permanent employees in the future.
The disadvantages of ACA 1 would include additional costs because a new system would be implemented, and it would also require for the company to upgrade their facilities. Second, there would be an unfair disadvantage against non-college graduates because better positions might be given to college graduates instead. Third, problems may arise at the beginning of its implementation. ACA number 2 is transitioning to skill-based pay. Skill-based pay is defined as acquiring a higher pay resulted from more skills acquired during work. Advantages would include more skills being learned. Second, once the acquired skills are somehow mastered, they get to contribute more to the company, which gives them access to higher pay. Third is that taking initiative by the employees would be easier because the manager wouldn't have a hard time looking for someone to do a specific task or job. This would lead for the employees to have more incentives. For the disadvantages, some skills will not be further improved because they would want to learn more skills because, as mentioned, with more skills, there is higher pay. Second, the quality of work will be affected. Being a jack of all trades doesn't constitute to being the most efficient worker in the company. Sometimes it would make the employees to just give an enough output and would not give their best output because they haven't reached the expert level of that specific skill. Third is that competition within the staff. It is highly dependent on the culture of the company because it may either be a healthy kind of competition or destructive kind of competition that would resonate within the company.
The third ACA would be focusing on products and sales that indirectly causes the lack of manpower of the company, which is to incorporate a variety of products to the company. This was placed because the operations of the company is affected by their sales. Productivity of the company determine whether they would need more employees or not. First advantage of this ACA is that sales would be constant. Having a constant rate of sales would allow the company to project more accurate results for the products they sell. Second, potential customers will increase because there would be more options for them to choose from. Third, it will become more versatile that would allow them to enter into several markets and would eventually attract more investors. Next is the disadvantages. The first disadvantage is the stress in inventory management because there would be more products to track. Second, more departments are required, which means that they would need more workers or employees to manage the operations of the company. Third, it would need more investments because since this is a new strategy to be implemented, additional costs might occur in the future.
Recruiting and hiring good employees takes an organizational commitment by the company. A company should first create awareness, get a booth at a job fair, and speak in front of other people. Tell your employees about the company and also ask referrals from them. Preparing early will help the company to select good employees. Take care of your current employees to be able to accomplish some of your goals. Retaining your employees due to their satisfaction with their job will create a good learning atmosphere. This would allow your employees to grow and have other opportunities in the company. Creating a company culture where employees want to work is the best way to hire people. Hiring an employee is an important decision. That is why having a selection criteria is very important. There are two criteria that should be focused, and those are attitude and motivation. Skills can be learned, but good attitude and motivation are not. People with the right attitude and motivation would push themselves to learn. To improve the sales of the company, they should create a sales plan. The sales plan should include your sales strategies for generating revenue from your old and new customers. Your sales plan will give you directions to accomplish your sales. It establishes the sales goals of your team and would help each other fit in their roles. It is also easier to track your sales. Second would be having a sales metrics. This will give you the data you need to measure aspects of your sales performance, which will help you identify the areas to improve on. You will also be able to identify the employees who need support or coaching, and also identify strengths and weaknesses to uplift sales performance. Having regular sales meetings would help improve sales. This would help your employees to be focused on the goals and objectives. Also be able to share ideas with each other to further improve the sales plan. It would also help the manager to review the status of the sales. The company should focus on the customer. The business should be committed to learning and understanding what matters to them. This can better serve the customer's needs. It can help have quality and long-term relationships with customers and also cultivating customer referrals.
The action plan. So this is how our recommendations will be implemented. So we focus on building a recruitment and retention plan for the company because one of the main problems of the company is that it lacks employees. So the action plan is anchored to aid with both the internal and external problems of the company, but will mainly deal with the lack of employees. So it's a plan that starts on August 2019 to January 2020. But it is not limited to that timeline because the company may always use this plan whenever they want to hire employees. So this part is like the preparation for recruitment. It first starts with gathering organizational baseline information. So what we do here is we collect data on effective recruitment and retention practices of the company, and it will last for about a month. The next step is deciding on priority recruitment and retention focus. After the company has gathered these data, they would be able to define their problem. They would be able to decide on what problem or challenges will be addressed as the priority for their recruitment. After they have done this, they would have to analyze the selected job position. After they have identified the job position which is critical to their recruitment, they would have to clarify the duties, responsibilities, skills, competencies, required outcomes, supervision and training needs, and work environment for the position. After this, they would have to write an accurate job position and develop recruitment materials. After they have developed these, they would have to identify the strategy and intervention of the plan. They would have to make a strategy that will best meet the needs of the organization based on the data collected and the choices made. After they have identified the strategy, then they would have to develop the action plan. This is the part where the company finalizes the plan for implementation. After finalizing, then they would implement it. Now, the company who can search for job fairs. They could have a list of job fairs or school job fairs that they plan to participate with. This will further the reach of the company and may be able to create an awareness of the brand. They would be able to recruit college or non-college graduates who are interested in applying for a job in their company. So the process is they would look for job fairs, participate in their selected job fairs and interview and select the ones that they deem that are appropriate for the position. And after they have hired these people, they should conduct an orientation about the company and the job that they applied for. Now, the plan doesn't stop there. Of course, there should be a continuous supervision and training for these employees. Continuous supervision and training is important because they can work closely with hired employees to be able to help them assess themselves and help them grow in their job. This can help the company in retaining employees because some individuals look for companies that will help them become more proficient and effective in their work to be able to pursue a higher paying position. They can feel that they are supported, challenged, and encouraged within the company and will likely build strong relationship with the management. Aside from supervision and training, it is also important for the company to be able to provide employee recognition and rewards program. This is important because the company recognizes notable employees and being able to provide them with rewards and incentives. Simply helping employees acquire PhilHealth, SSS, and such, which are required by the law, is already significant. Giving employees recognition and rewards would make them feel that their work is validated. These incentives may be in the form of formal or informal. Formal meaning material incentives, or informal such as praises. This also encourages repeated behavior because of the positive reinforcement. And of course, this helps the company retain more employees.
As for possible issues and obstacles, the group came up with 4 problems that may occur as the business continues to operate in the future. The first would be fear of uncertainty. Just like any normal business, especially relatively small or not so established one, a business at this size would always have a fear of uncertainty about their future. This may be brought about problems that have not been addressed in the past or other reasons that may doubt the business owners as well. The second issue would be financial management. Every business's goal is to maximize profit while minimizing their cost. However, there may be some instances, especially in startups, that the company would not be optimally efficient in managing their finances, thus making them incur some unnecessary losses. Third would be monitoring employee performance and employee behavior. With the hopes of a growing business means hiring new employees. It may come to a point that it would get difficult to properly manage everyone and to provide all the extra attention if the company continues to grow into a larger scale and hires more employees. And lastly, the business may eventually face problems relating to technology. As each generation becomes more reliant on technology, there may come a time that the company would have to adjust their methods and change their products to keep up the demand and their competition.